Hey there. So one of the things I've been remiss about recording is kind of a presentation aimed at, newbies. You're new investors, you're excited, really not sure where to get started. So I thought I would create just a really quick presentation, kind of 5 slides on, kind of my suggestions on where new investors should start. First and foremost, know that real estate investing works. You can absolutely be successful in it, but it does take some focus, some consistency, and we'll sort of discuss that here. Our little agenda, sort of walk through today. First is we're going to talk about, the fact is you only need to answer one question, right? Real estate investing is one of those topics where the more you watch, the more confused you get. There's so many angles, so many topics, so many just different ways that new investors can really spend a year or two and never really get anywhere. So I want to share with you the only question that matters. I truly believe real estate comes down to this one question. And then when you understand that question, then you can start wrapping around the details and understanding that's relevant to you and what you want to do, right? This one question matters if you're a wholesaler, flipper, buy and hold, note, mobile home, apartment. Doesn't matter. I think this is the one key question that needs to be understood and asked by new investors as you get started. So I'll share that with you. We'll sort of talk about it, break it down, and then I'll talk about, how do you go about learning the variables or details around that one question so that you can, make solid progress going forward. Talk about just a couple of things to get you set up for success, right? Even if you have the one question and you understand the details, if you're not kind of set up for success, you're going to be stuck in mud or you're going to go backwards or whatever that is. So we'll just talk about that. And then again, I'm going to just close with a slide reminding you that lots of people have been very successful in real estate. I'm lucky enough on this YouTube channel to interview a couple of people a week that are successful in real estate investing. And as you'll see, they come from all different angles. And I think it's important for you to appreciate that, yes, you can do this. And lastly, I'd be remiss if you haven't yet picked up the book, One Rental at a Time, The Journey to Financial Independence Through Real Estate, please do so. It's available on Amazon. You can just search my name, Michael Zuber, or on Kindle. I do ask a couple of things, or I guess 3 things. 1, buy the book if you haven't already. 2, after you read it, I really need your 5-star reviews. I'm a self-published author. It's hard work, and the reviews are the only thing that really help rank the book for people that are searching. Right? It's a complicated business out there. It's a lot of competition. I believe this book is unique. It kind of tackles the subject in a different way than others. But until I get, lots of 5-star reviews, I'm kind of stuck doing my own marketing. So if you buy it, read it, like it, please, please, please leave a 5-star review. I don't care if it's just 3 words or 2 words, great book. That would be enough. And then lastly, if you're up for it, send me a selfie with you in the book. One of the things I love doing is getting selfies of people who have the book and just sending them around with just a simple tag, another journey started. If you do me a favor and get me that selfie, I will send it around as well. I won't tag you, so you won't be embarrassed, but I'll just send it around both on Facebook and likely on LinkedIn. So again, those 3 things: buy the book, leave a 5-star review, and send a selfie if you don't mind. All right. So here's the deal. There's only one question that matters, and that is, what is a bad, average, good, or great deal? That's it. That's the only thing a new investor needs to figure out. Seriously, that's the only thing you need to know. I don't care if you're wholesaling, flipping, note buying, whatever it is. You need to understand the difference between a bad and an average deal. You need to understand the difference between an average and good deal. You need to understand the difference between a good and a great deal. Seriously, that's all you need to do. That's all Olivia and I have been doing for the last 15 years, is understanding how something compares to something else. That's it. That's all you have to do. And, from there, life gets really simple. Now, you obviously need to put in some work, and I'm going to highlight some of that stuff. And, we're going to get started from there. So how do you learn those details? Well, first and foremost, it takes consistency. It takes some work and focus. You know, you need to know what you're looking for. I'm going to have some suggestions for you. I suggest that you focus on an area and a property type. You know, I mean, get as focused as you can. The example I always use is 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, between 13 and 1,500 square feet in a certain zip code. You know, I'm trying to get to a point where it's, 20 to 40 listings, and I can just pound that list or that criteria a couple of times a week and watch it change and evolve and all those details over time. You know, track them, record them, take some notes, ask some questions, just learn. Repetition is key. You know, as you're doing that, collect basic details, right? Square footage, price, number of bedrooms, bathroom, whatever it is, whatever you think is, the more data you put down, the more details you learn. In a list of 20 to 40 properties, go to Zillow for each one. Look at all the pictures. And again, this is just all out of the MLS or Redfin or Realtor.com or Zillow or whatever it is. The more data you collect about this certain variable, in 2, 3, 4 months, you're going to start to understand what a bad deal is, meaning overpriced. What an average deal is, like, oh, that's a good price. That's fair. They might get that. What a good price is, oh, maybe that's 10 grand, 15 grand under market. Or a great deal. Wow, I better look at this property and go forward. Most importantly about this isn't the 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage in a certain zip code. It's the repetition, the consistency, the ability to expand scope and property type as you move along. This is exactly what we did 15 years ago and is what we evolved over time. And now we can scan the entire, MLS for the city of Fresno in 20 minutes, 25 minutes, because we've done it so often, we know what we're looking for. And then lastly, what you need to do to figure out the difference between a bad, average, good, and great deal is know your buying criteria. Just because a property is 10 grand under value doesn't mean it's a good or a great deal. Until you have your buying criteria, you don't know. So maybe your buying criteria is $100 a door. Maybe. So if you found a deal that was $75 a door, that'd be a bad deal. An average deal, let's call it 100. A good deal, let's call it 175. And a great deal, let's call it 300. Right? These are just examples. And I'm not sitting here trying to tell you that your buying criteria should be dollar amount per door. That's not at all. It was just an example. Maybe it's return on capital. Maybe it's yield. I don't know. But whatever it is for you, know what that is. You tie that into understanding your property and property type and location and all of that, and you've got something special. You can now answer the only question that matters, and that is what a bad, average, good, and great deal is. So setting yourself up for success, you need to communicate with your significant other. You need to be on the same page. You can't kind of have, I'm 95% on board. It needs to be 100% or nothing. It is that black and white as I see it. You need to share what you're doing with your network, right? Tell everybody around you what you're doing, what you're looking for. You're doing a couple of things. First, you're getting more confident by communicating. And second, what you're doing is this next one. You're trying to figure out who in your network, your friends and family need to go. Not necessarily need to go like out of your life forever, but they need to be out of that main circle, because if you have anybody that's feeding you negative thoughts or telling you can't do it, get rid of them. That's not what you need. Prove it to them it works and just get them out of your way for now. And frankly, some of us, myself included, needed a whole new set of friends when we got started. All right, the friends around me were about spending and keeping up with the Joneses and whose car was better than the other, and that was not healthy. I needed a different way. Olivia and I were ready to sacrifice, and one of the things we had to do was change our friends. And then here's a special goal for you. Why don't you set up a goal of meeting, X new people a week in and around real estate for your business? On the low end, I'll accept 2 or 3, right? If you're really an introvert. But if you're an extrovert, maybe in sales like myself, step up. Take a goal of meeting 5 new people a week. Your network is your net worth. This business, you'll be amazed at how deals, good and great deals are attracted to you just by the more people you network with. So this is a way to set yourself up for success. And then in the end, please know that lots of people through hundreds, if not thousands of years have been very successful in real estate when they do the right things. Just in the interviews on this channel, we've had high school dropouts, people start over 50, people do out of state because they live in a high priced area, people with no money, people that were contractors, people that had crazy full-time jobs and had no time. And there are many, many, many other examples. So please understand that this is something you can do. So if you want to follow me, of course, follow me on this YouTube channel. Hit subscribe, hit like, leave comments. We continue to do a couple of interviews a week. I particularly like a series called Subscriber Questions. This is where you just leave a comment below any video, any of my videos, and I will get it because I'm a one-man show and look to create a video for you in the next 48 to 72 hours. I have something called Real Talk. It's where just a topic bugs me and I go talk about it for 3 to 5 minutes. And then as you'll see, I typically do some walkthroughs of projects, anything from total dumps to mid-project to finished products, just to show you what's going on in the business. Here's an important one for you. I just created a new Twitter name. I dumped the one I used for 10 or 15 years in the software space. It had lots of followings, but it wasn't feeding, my business and my growth, so I just turned it off. And now I will be operated under one, as in the number, as you see there, rental at the @ a time. So do me a favor, look that up, follow me. I'm only going to be posting real estate stuff. I'm only going to be posting one rental at a time stuff there. And, right now I think there's less than 10 people because, again, it just got created this morning. So go to Twitter and follow me. That would be wonderful. And then lastly, of course, buy the book, leave a 5-star review, and if you can, leave a selfie. Those selfies mean a lot to me. As you'll see, as this slide sort of builds, this is what I mean, right? People are just, taking a picture of themselves with the book, and, it's a lot of fun to get these, Just let this slide build because, again, it puts a big smile on my face. So again, if you buy the book, leave that 5-star review, and if you can, send me a selfie. My email address is listed throughout the book. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Any way you can to get me a picture of yourself in the book would be awesome. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Have a great day.